I used to be a goalkeeper from a young age. So I was a goalkeeper until I remember getting player of the season as goalkeeper. Doesn't happen often. Saved the penalty. We won the league. It was great in year 7. Yes. So I was 11 when I was smashing goalkeeping.
Have either of you two ever won any awards? I got most improved player once, and I got parents' favourite player.
Parents' favourite player?
That's all I ever
Is that
got.
an award?
That's an award.
What?
Yeah.
That's just which kid is nice.
I think that's what I never scored any goals.
Or they're looking and going, oh, bless him, he needs something.
3,
yeah, that is what it was.
1.
Hello, you fine people on the internet. Welcome back to another episode of In the Lobby. Why are you laughing? Are they or are they not fine people?
Yeah, they are, but are they all on the internet?
Well, they're listening through the course of the internet. Whether they're on Spotify or YouTube, you need the internet to listen.
He's got a point. He's got a
Got
point.
you there, bro.
He's got me
Got you
there.
there.
I'm Stevie White.
Hi,
I am
Stevie.
joined by Mr. Ian Chambers
Hello.
and Mr. TN25.
The OGs in the building.
The OGs.
The OGs, man. We're back.
3 years.
3 years.
3 years we've known each other. How does that
crazy.
feel to you?
Surreal, a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, like, obviously, you don't really think about it because obviously we just vibe and we get on. But yeah, when you put it that way, 3 years is a long
Quite
time.
strange, isn't it?
You know what? When you think back, how much has changed in those 3 years? And
Yeah.
That's 10% of my life.
All right. Brag about how young you are.
Why would I brag about that? You're the oldest here. About 4% of your life.
That's what I'm saying.
That's 10% of my life. I've known you guys.
It's weird, isn't it? Because you go through life and you have your friends from school, and then some of them drop off, and then new people appear. But like, I genuinely consider you two homies, like proper friends.
Oh, thanks,
First time
man.
I've ever been called a homie.
There you go.
I'm not sure I suit the characteristics
I
of it,
think
but
you
I'll
do.
take it.
I
I think
Thank
he
you.
does.
Thank
No,
you.
it's like we all sort of like got thrown together in this weird environment during the pandemic, 2020. We all got signed up to Guild, and then there was this idea to do a FIFA show called what was it called, Stevie?
Sorry, I didn't get it out right. No, that's it.
It was called FFFFFFFFF.
FFFF.
Yeah, should have called it that FIFA
You
show.
said too many.
How many was it?
FFFFFFF. 7 Fs.
7 Fs. If you want to check it out, you might be able to find it on YouTube.
I don't know if it's up anymore.
Is
You know,
it?
Surely it is.
It is. It's still up. Just search
Guild
Guild
Esports.
Esports or High Face or FIFA.
Yeah,
or
something
TN.
like that.
You'll find it. We had like a full series of FIFA shows. Underrated.
Oh,
in
it
my
was
opinion.
so fun.
So much fun. So we did it. It was in like, where were we? We was in
Billericay.
Essex.
Billericay, that was
Essex,
it.
yeah.
That's
What, the Players' Lounge?
Yeah,
Is that what it was
that's
called?
what it was called, yeah.
Anton Ferdinand owned that gaff.
Yes.
Rio
Yep.
Ferdinand's brother.
Yep.
And-
He popped in, didn't he?
He did pop in once.
Had a little chat, asked us what we were up to, and we were like playing fake football
Playing-
on
yeah.
a TV.
On a big TV.
On a big TV.
On a big
We're
TV.
recording.
It was a big TV.
We were recording on, what, a 7-a-side pitch, 5-a-side pitch?
Yeah.
Recording on a 5-a-side pitch without a real football, just playing FIFA.
Yeah.
So we could have been playing actual football, but we were just
It
chilling
was
on
there for the
FIFA.
aesthetics, wasn't it?
Yeah, I love that place.
God,
No,
do
it
you
was
know
good.
what?
It was good.
There was that room that you could just go and play golf in.
Yeah.
You know, I saw that video on my phone the other day where you lot were just swinging the golf club out. It was 2 jokes.
It was like you know what? It was a time where I think we needed that because none of us could go to work properly. It was like during lockdown, and then with the safety measures in place, like we did it where every so often we'd go and film together. I think it was like it was bi-monthly, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
And we'd film a few episodes or whatever. And us three would come together, have like random celebrity guests show up online and join us via Skype or whatever it was, Zoom calls, like, and it was just nice to spend time with people at that point,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
It just felt crazy all being together and having a laugh, having a kick about. You surprised me because you were so good at football.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I do have that vibe.
Yeah,
If
you look like
at
you're gonna be awful,
I do
but-
look like I'm going to be rubbish, but I spent a lot of time practicing my keepy uppies and stuff. So
Yeah.
I like throwing in a little bit of flair when I play.
Got a good touch, Annie.
Yeah, sauce. Yeah, he does, to be fair.
Well,
He's got technique. You can
he-
volley the ball nice as well.
He's played with me at Carrow Road.
I have.
Saw me score from about 80
Didn't
yards.
you scored a hat trick, no?
No, I scored 2.
Ah.
So, just a 2.
That's
Just
awful.
the two,
You only
yeah.
scored 2?
I remember we were trying for ages to make sure you got a goal because
bro.
TM was so good.
Yeah.
But he just wasn't, he couldn't score. Not because he couldn't score, but like everyone else was getting the
I
goals.
think he's having, is there anyone with the cab here? But
The last 10 minutes of the game, game, we were going, come on, TN
I was literally
deserves a
getting
goal.
like 70 shots. But the keeper turned up for only me. Like, he was getting packed in by everyone else. But anytime I went through on goal,
Honestly, I lobbed him from 40 yards.
the keeper was saving everything.
And then he couldn't score a one-on-one.
But we got there in the end, and I was like, you know what? Thank you. That's what I needed. I just needed one goal, and I would have been happy.
You've played all your life, really, haven't you?
Yeah, since I was, I want to say 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, since I was been like 10. But I've been like in and out. But yeah, man, pretty much all my life.
What about you? How long have you been playing football?
I used to be a goalkeeper from a young age. So I was a
Right.
goalkeeper until I remember getting player of the season as goalkeeper. Doesn't happen often. Saved the penalty. We won the league. It was great in year 7.
Yes.
So I was 11 when I was smashing goalkeeping.
Have you either of you two ever won any awards? I got most improved player once, and I got parents' favourite player.
Parents'
favourite player.
That's all I ever
Is that
got.
an award?
That's an award.
What?
Yeah.
That's just which kid is nice.
I know,
Yeah,
I think that's
literally.
what I never scored any goals.
Or
so.
they're looking and going, oh, bless him, he needs something.
Yeah, that is what it was.
You're not bad at football, though, are you?
No, I'm all right, but competitive. The thing is, if you put me on like same with basketball, right? If you put me in an environment where it's just me and a ball, I can look like I can play.
Okay.
Put me on the court. You put me on the pitch. It's not the same story.
I'm so much better when it's competitive. Like my
Yeah.
brain just suddenly snaps in, like I'm doing this.
Yeah, I'm good in competitive environments when it's just like me against the world. But when I've got to start, that sounds weird.
How often are you against the world?
Like one-on-one. All right, for me, like doing my job. Like sometimes there's a lot of heat on me, right? There's a lot of pressure. I've got to open a show. I've got to conduct traffic. Got to make things happen.
Jeez.
That for me, I'm like, let's go. When the red light's on, let's have it. But then when I've got to pass to Phil over there on the wing, struggle.
Yeah. Classic Phil. It's Phil's fault,
Phil,
really.
yeah, because if he fumbles it, it's on me.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
you? Well, we played like mini kickabouts there, didn't we?
Yeah, we
But
did.
Because of COVID, it was really only allowed to be us 3, so we never got to do a proper thing other than us kicking the ball around. I actually went back there and played in a tournament, not a tournament there. Hashtag United.
I think I saw that.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, hashtag did like a 24-hour game on that pitch, and I
Yeah.
went and played for a couple of hours of it.
Did it bring back memories then?
Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah. It was weird because when we all walked into that room, well, for me personally, it was the first time I'd met
Yeah.
you guys.
You were in the middle of a photo shoot,
Yeah, I was.
and I came over and went, "Oh, look at me, I'm attractive."
That is what you did. You broke the ice real quick. You got the icebreaker mentality. I love that. And you still say that.
I kind of insulted you by complimenting you,
Yeah, you
which I
did.
think makes you go, "Ooh, does he like
Does
me?
he, does he not? I'm not quite sure. But it was a weird environment to meet somebody. And I'm like, hey, T, I'm Ian. We shake hands or whatever. We sit down. It's like, action. It's like, hey, welcome to the show and stuff. But that being said, we had some epic guests.
We did.
No, we did still.
We had
What?
some epic
did.
guests.
Should we run through the guests?
Huge names.
So we had guests come on to do a couple of different segments. One of which was our Finn Harps challenge,
Yeah.
Yes.
which we'll get onto later on because
My
a lot
idea, by the way.
ended up happening. with
Great
that.
idea. I
Thank
remember-
you, T.
Don't worry,
So the
man.
Finn Harps challenge, which is essentially using the worst rated team on the game of FIFA, playing against Finn Harps as well. So Finn Harps versus Finn Harps on the hardest difficulty, and the game was who could get the goal in the fastest time.
Yep.
So we had our guests do that, and then they had the real challenge, which was playing against me and TN.
Yeah.
Dream team.
2v1 game.
That was so much fun.
Who did we have? We had Pieface.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolute hero. Asim Chowdhury.
Yep.
Legend. Patrick Bamford.
Yeah.
Leeds
We
United striker.
We kept him waiting, didn't we?
Yeah, he did. He had to come back, didn't he?
He had to come back.
Don't know why he came back.
Lovely of him.
Great
Yeah.
guy.
We had a bit of an issue with technology,
Yeah.
and we said we're going to try and get it sorted. We needed to download the certain version of the game or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was more than happy to come back 45 minutes later.
Yep.
So lovely of him. Nepenthes.
Yeah.
Ooh, SV2.
Yeah.
SV2, yeah.
AJ Shabil.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm Alex.
Yes.
I'm doing great to run through names here. Have I forgotten anyone?
J1.
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 Who else? I'm trying to think.
I think
that's
that might be
it.
it. If we forgot anybody, I feel terrible.
Yeah,
think
feel
that's
bad,
everyone.
But I feel like that's most
Off
of
the
them.
top
yeah.
of my head, but great guests, some really good moments from those.
Yeah.
Do you have any standout moments?
Pie Face
personally?
for me, like I remember
just great, isn't it?
because we opened. That was our first ever.
That was our
episode.
first one, yeah.
We had Pie Face on, and I was like, "Oh, this has got legs." This show. If it wasn't
Yeah.
called, no, I'm joking.
Legs.
If people could actually find it.
Yeah, if people could find it. But Pie was awesome, and like the concept started to come together straight away, didn't they? Like
Because he was our first guest, wasn't he?
he was,
yeah,
yeah.
he was literally the first guy.
He's a content machine, that
He is,
boy.
isn't he?
As soon as the camera was on, he was just constantly saying things. I
gets
was like,
it.
that's a clip, that's a clip,
Yeah.
that's a clip. He was just so good. Not great at FIFA though.
No,
because I think we destroyed him.
did.
Yeah, you did.
We did. It was.
But
it
us
was a
three,
bad
you know,
scoreline.
luckily for us, us three had chemistry. Like
From the off though.
From the off, yeah.
From the off, like straight away, just linked. It made sense.
if anything, I was like, Patrick, we don't need you, bro.
Now Patrick, great at FIFA.
Really
Yeah,
good.
he was really good, to be fair, yeah.
I think he beat us by 1 goal in the end. If I
Yeah.
remember rightly, it was either that or he beat us in penalties. But yeah, it was annoying when they were like Nepenthes.
Yeah.
Pointless
Too good.
playing against him.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're good and I'm bang average at it. So I was bringing the level down a bit. But when they were really good,
good,
we just didn't have a chance.
It's always going to be harder.
Because it was FIFA forfeit, wasn't it?
Yes.
What forfeits? Some spicy stuff, didn't we, at one point?
Well,
or like
the worst one for me personally was Nepenthes.
when you had to.
He beat us, and the original idea was that like a text had to
Yeah, it
be
was a
sent from your
text on
phone,
the
That
phone.
was
Yeah.
or you had to eat something really spicy.
Yeah.
And when Nepenthes beat us, he said he didn't want me to do either. He wanted me to do the celebration because I think we scored like 1 or 2 goals against him, and even though he was about 5 up, I did the celebration on the game where you like dive like a little fish to the side.
Yep.
And he said, as a forfeit, I need to do that in real life. And
You landed hard.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, if they've still got the footage, you could potentially clip it into this pod so you
I'd
can
love
see me do it.
we need to see that.
It looks dreadful because
Yeah.
I got scared and kind of just fell, but I never put my arms out and I landed on my shoulder. And I honestly, for over a week, I was still in pain. So thanks for that.
I remember that.
He dropped
Dropped
quick.
hard,
But I
bro.
remember that's when I thought, that's the guy. I remember looking at you going, he'll do it for the content.
Yeah, mate, honestly, Billericay had an earthquake that day.
That was before your mad gym routine, wasn't it?
Oh, so that was bad. What else? I had to text someone at random on my phone.
Because you got some names on your phone, right?
No, so it wasn't.
Oh, no,
that.
you didn't.
It was that I went through my phone and I realized I had like a name in my phone, which was like Secret Lover or something.
Yeah.
So I had to text him being like, do you want to go on a holiday with me?
Oh, and it got weirder and weirder.
Yeah,
I
and
remember
we were just
that.
going, and then I couldn't figure out who it was. And they basically replied going, yeah, mate, it's class. Yeah, let's do this. I haven't seen you in years. And I was like, so I went on the holiday. It was great. You had to do a couple, didn't you?
I can't remember what I had to do though.
We didn't lose
Off the
that
top-
often, to
No,
be
we
fair. I
didn't.
think we mainly won. And the guests were always great with doing
Yeah.
the forfeits.
Yeah,
there
they
were a couple
were.
of weird things they ate and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think I'm Alex went and got loads of weird food
Yeah,
from his
he
kitchen.
had
Like
Yeah, he
beans
did.
and
He
stuff.
had loads
did.
of stuff.
Oh, it was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
It was so, and like, I like reminiscing on it because it was like the beginning for us three, and it was like the beginning of everything for Guild as well. I think it was the first. Like,
it was the first
real-
thing that we did because I think on that day, before you guys came, I had done all my pictures and stuff because I'd just signed.
Yeah.
So like that was literally
I remember
the first day. Yeah, that was the first thing that I did when I got there. I was like, okay, cool. Get here. They gave me like the grey hoodie. I remember that. So I took pictures. Then I think that's when you came in.
Yeah.
Spoke to you a little bit. And then after that, we just went straight into the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
It's
just
just unlocking.
just so
memories.
many different memories, man. It was so good.
Because I remember coming up to you being like, oh yeah, tell me about yourself. And he was like, oh yeah, I went to uni in Hull. And I was like, what? I'm from Hull. I've literally driven from Hull. Nobody goes to uni. Nah, Hull's got a good uni. Shout out Hull.
They got
But that was like a straight away. I was
Yeah.
like, what? So you know this street? You know
Yeah,
this
yeah.
club?
I think I was explaining. I was like, yeah, Grafton, this, and
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
Beverly. I was like, yeah, I know it all, man.
It was
That was
crazy.
literally the first thing, and I think that's probably why we hit it off straight away.
For sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Made sense.
And it made it difficult for me, you know, being around TN, doing a photo shoot. Look at the man,
Oh,
right?
you lot don't
Honestly,
make me blush, man.
I've never hated life more than that day.
Me-
One, I don't do photo shoots. I don't think I've really ever had to do them before that. And I come in, he's like, oh, I've done my photo shoot.
Yeah.
I then watch your photo shoot. Oh, look at me, I'm attractive.
No, I mean, come on, there's levels.
And then-
he's like, up
you lot too
a
kind,
level.
I go over there like Sloth from the Goonies. I go, hello. Like, photographer Ian's doing what he can. Like they say, working magic.
He turned the lights off, didn't he?
Honestly, yeah. He was like Harry Potter up there because he had to really, honestly, put some spells on this.
Nah, you're a beautiful man, Stevie.
Yeah, man.
That was pre-hair transplant. There was a lot going on back then. But yeah, I'm doing a little bit better now. But long way to go to get to these levels,
You're
which is
looking good.
upsetting. So, what are we doing later, boys? Photo shoot, is it? Great.
We are actually in a photo shoot.
We actually are.
But Stevie, you're in your bag right now.
You actually are, but you're looking suave.
Yeah.
Look
at that. He just said it, you're open about your hair transplant, right?
Yeah.
I've
done nothing to it today. It's literally just
look at it.
Floppy.
I said, in theory, you shouldn't have that hair.
In theory.
In theory. No, and this is just...
In theory, I'm a bald man.
Yeah, but shout out to all the baldies out there. You're all legends. And you did rock the bald hair.
Yeah, I didn't mind it,
I thought you looked really good. But I'm looking at your thick mane of hair, like thick, voluptuous, like L'Oreal advert-worthy hair. Yeah. And I'm thinking, you've got no right.
It is weird, though, that this is all the back of my head.
Yeah.
It is.
Like, they've taken it from there and put it there and gone, yeah, that'll work. So anyone out there who's worried about their hairline, don't worry.
You know what? LeBron James, right? I look at him all the time, and he must have had about 15 different hair transplants trying to fix
that hairline for sure.
Never sticks.
Sure. Wayne Rooney the same.
Wayne never sticks. They need to go to your guy.
Yeah.
I'd shout out British Hair Clinic.
Yeah.
Shenfield, Essex.
Bron, get that Lakers jersey on.
Get LeBron over to Essex.
Get LeBron over to Essex. Get that hairline sorted, man.
See the best in the biz.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But FIFA's been such a huge part of your life, right?
Yeah.
Like, think about this. When you first fired up FIFA, I don't know when that would have been, but I remember like going back years. First time I played FIFA, or something, I don't know. Man, no, I played FIFA 98, I think, stuff like that.
But you were 18 then.
I was 22 at the time. And then PES and all that. But can you imagine, shut up, Stevie. TN, can you imagine when you fired that game up for the first time?
Yeah.
Someone walks in and like, hey, when you're older, you're going to make a career out of this. Can you imagine?
That's the last thing that was on my mind at the time. Like, I think the first FIFA I played might have been like religiously would be like FIFA 03. So back then I wasn't really thinking about like a career or anything. I just wanted to have fun.
Back then, aren't you thinking you're playing FIFA and you're going, can't wait until I'm on FIFA?
Yeah,
10.
literally.
Yeah, you're thinking I'm going to be on this game one day.
Yeah.
Never going to happen.
Yeah.
Knee surgery. So
you already got it pre-planned.
But you've gone from you more than anyone. You're working in that game now.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to know that you're not just playing the game, you're a part of it?
It's when I don't really think about it like that, but when you sit back and like take it in, it's like a surreal feeling because you kind of obviously esports is quite new as well, so it's all pretty much new to me. So again, back then you never really think, I'm gonna go and work in FIFA.
Competitively, what a thing.
But yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah. It was just like we just play it for fun. Like me and my brother would like play. I'd be one team, he'd be the other team, and we just play. But now, obviously, everything's changed, and being involved in the game it's a beautiful feeling because it's like something that you love growing up, and you didn't really think about it too tough. You did it for the enjoyment. Now you're doing it for your work, and it's like it just goes hand in hand because it's just so seamless. Do you know what I mean? I don't wake up in the morning and I'm like, I have to record this. Like, I get to record this sort of thing, and it's so much easier for me to make things work and make things happen. So
we're talking about you've been a content creator in theory here, right?
Yeah.
In theory. You've done a lot of that. You've done a lot of your streaming, and you've done the FIFA show with us.
Yeah.
You've done the FIFA show with me as well that we did here at Guild HQ, which was a lot of fun as well.
Yeah.
What was that called again? I forgot the name of that banger.
Don't know. They've binned me off for that. Squad goals.
Squad goals.
They pinned me off that.
Yeah, they pinned you off.
Got rid of me.
Yeah.
We did
No, I'm not sad about
the
it.
thing for charity, and I can't remember what it was called. It's quite recent.
We've done
the Anthony Nolan
tournament.
That's
that
the
was
one.
such a great campaign as well. So shout out Anthony Nolan.
Yeah.
That was awesome, and I think we made a bit of a difference for those guys as well. So that was a lot of fun.
Especially how good I was at FIFA.
You were so.
Who saw that coming?
No, you were awesome.
Oh my god!
You won the trophy.
I did not see that.
Oh my word! I've just said I was bang average that day. I think
Bear in mind,
I would have beaten anyone.
Yeah, 100%.
Me and Tian are struggling to remember exactly what happened. And he's like, of course he remembers. He's got the trophy to prove it.
I've never said anything. Because it was Hen in the final, wasn't it? And he was going into it, and I was thinking, okay, he's decent. We did that training day, didn't we?
Yeah.
And he was decent, and he was consistently good. And then it got to the day, and I was thinking, oh, okay, here we go. And I won the first game, he won the first game, and then whatever. And I was going up against him. And backstage, I just kind of want the trophy, to be honest.
Yeah.
And he just went, if you let me win, I'll just give you the trophy. So I don't care about it. I'm like, okay, cool. And I went in there, I went, can't let him win, but what I'll do is I'll try, and if he scores a couple, I'll then go, let you win.
Yeah. You covered all bases.
And then, mate, I'm like 5-0 up at half time.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was in shock.
Lobbing from everywhere. Like,
he was head in hands.
FIFA can be a lot of fun, can't it?
Yeah.
I genuinely haven't played EAFC yet, though. How is it?
This is what I just wanted to touch on this. So, right, say about the shows we've done. We talk about the streaming. EAFC, the official broadcast team, the official esports platform. I'm online and I just see tweets going around. Some big names involved in their broadcast team. People I know and I respect a lot. You know, Pieface on there. Frankie Ward, one of the best hosts in the game.
FG.
Yeah.
Love the man.
And then Brandon's on there as well.
Yeah.
I think I've never met Brandon, but I know he's well respected in the community. And then I see TN25, part of the official team. And I know you've done shows before, before it changed to FC.
Yeah.
And I said to you, you look so good on there, man.
Oh, thank you.
It's a good list of people, isn't it?
It is. And now, part of this team, and I don't know if this podcast will come out before or after you make your debut on there. How excited are you for this? This is the studio, man, looks incredible.
Yeah, man. So I think it's going to be in different studios. So I think they're just going to move it from week to week. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I'm going to be very honest. Like when they came to me, I was in a little bit of shock. They sent me an email, which went to my junk. Then,
oh no!
Yeah, honestly, bro, they were chasing me, which is like a surreal feeling as well. Like it was an amazing.
So it was mixed in with all those emails from girls that want to send you £1 million and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, they're not real, by the way, Stephen. But carry on, T.
Yeah, so that happened. Then obviously I didn't see that. So then some guy called Kyle Riley, big up him, followed me on Twitter. Followed him back. He's well known in the EA community. Then he DM'd me and he was like, "We've been trying to like chase you, sort of thing. We're interested in getting you on the broadcast for FC Pro." And I was like, I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything. So obviously I told them to email my other email address. And then, went from there, had a Zoom call, had a meeting. Obviously they spoke about what they wanted to do, how they wanted to do it, how they're changing the format for this year. So if you don't know, this year it's not 2 legs, it's 1 leg.
Yeah.
9-minute halves. And they're doing like a draft. So you have like, I think it's like 8 million coins to spend. And you have to build your team off that. So everyone has like similar teams, but different certain players and stuff like that. So it was like mad because I just wasn't expecting it. I was just like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna kind of focus on like my YouTube and my TikTok and all that stuff this year. But then this came around the corner and I'm like, I can't say no, sort of thing. And obviously I knew everyone that's done it, having done an E-Prem last year. So I knew Brandon, I knew FG, I knew everyone there. So it was like, I know these guys. I get along with these guys. We mesh well. So I was like, it's a no-brainer. Do you know what I mean? Like, time to get to work.
It's like enjoying the fruits of your labor now, isn't it? Like you've been putting in the ground, and like you've got the experience doing that now.
Yeah.
You've commentated, you've done analysis, you've been on desks, you've done whatever. When I saw it, I was buzzing because I just feel like it's the perfect fit.
Yeah, and it's really amazing. I'm excited, and hopefully I can get more. I've got 2 dates, but obviously we want more. We're aiming for more.
Bro, when they see those steely eyes on cam, it's game over, isn't it?
You'll be back every week, mate.
Yeah. So you're enjoying sorry to jump in. You're asking if he was enjoying the new game.
You enjoying the game itself?
Yeah, I haven't played it as much as like previous years just because like I'm focusing on more content than actually just playing the game.
Yeah, I guess you were streaming it before and you could do kind of what you want to play online. Kind of but you're kind of doing FIFA challenge videos, aren't you,
literally.
At the moment?
And I find that works better for me just because I found that with a lot of like creators, all of us kind of rely on the game in the sense that like we wait for 6 p.m. for the new content to come out and then we kind of adjust it off that. Yeah. And I felt like that wasn't working for me.
Yeah, and obviously if everyone's doing the same thing, it's such a saturated market. Yeah. So you've gone down a route of doing different types of videos.
And it's working.
Yeah, I mean, it's paying off. So I think that's where I want to just keep sort of working. But the game itself, I do enjoy it. It's a bit more difficult for me just because, one, I haven't played it as much, and two, like the defending mechanics and all that stuff is a bit more in depth.
Yeah.
And I haven't really had time to like learn it. But no, I'm enjoying it. I think it's fun. I think it's good.
I'll have to give it a go at some point.
I've tinkered with it. I just haven't had time. Like I've got it. I've bought the game. Like I've had a few goes on it, but I've just been here, there, and everywhere. So I'm wanting to in December. I've booked December as like my gaming month.
Respect it.
Yeah,
I like that.
Respect
if you've got no jobs coming in,
well, in theory, not.
Okay, you're going to turn everything down. Sorry, but I'm playing Mario that day.
Well, it depends. It depends on how prolific the job is. You know, I do believe in burnout.
Yeah.
Like, I think burnout is and I think I'm on the edge of it, like genuinely, like right now. I'm flying out again tomorrow to another job, but like I want December as long as, you know, obviously I'll do Guild, that's the OGs. But like, unless it's something that I feel like genuinely would benefit my career 100%, I actually want to take time out.
It's good to know that you're in that position right now, though, that you can feel like you can say no to a job.
Yeah. It's nice. But have you ever felt burnout?
I'll take anything.
No, but
any job.
When you were on tour, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you were even much more hardcore than me, but I've been on 3 different time zones in the last month.
Oh yeah, I never did that. I went to Hull and Middlesbrough.
Same sort of thing.
Yeah.
But you were away from home for a long time.
Yeah.
And then when you get back, all you want to do is just like reset and take that time, right?
Yeah, but my brain doesn't let me stop.
Yeah.
Is the
Same.
only
That's
issue.
the problem. I'm trying to force it this time.
I remember getting back at the end of the tour. We'd done, must have been about 32 shows, I think. And I got back, and the next day I just woke up and took Isaac to school straight away, just like back to normal, and just got on with life.
Yeah.
Really?
It's quite depressing. I walked into the school, and none of the school parents seemed to care that I'd just been on tour. I was like, guys, I'm kind of a big deal. And none of them, thousands of people came out and laughed at jokes I made.
Isn't it funny when, and it's not on the same level, but I just got back from a Siege.
Mate, your crowds are huge.
Mate, Siege is massive.
So one of my mates came from, he lives in Atlanta, and he came to watch.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, this is more of like a funny tale rather than me trying to brag. He messaged me during a game, and I was like, "Oh, I'll come sit with you and watch the game." I tried 3 times, I couldn't get to him.
Because too many people want to speak to you.
Selfies, signatures.
I mean, yeah, your crowds are massive.
Those crowds are huge.
It's mental, but like the thing is, you do it, and then you have this crazy lifestyle for like 3 days, and you come back to normality, and it's only in this small pocket that people know you are.
Yeah.
So like you come back, and it's just like, let's get back to being humble and just like.
It's good though.
I love it.
You need that, I think. Like mine,
100%.
Walking around day to day, I'll get the occasional person go, "I love the podcast. Don't care about you personally, but the podcast is great."
Tell Jack I said hi.
So I get a lot of that. But then nightclubs is just like constant, like, "Oh, podcast's great, podcast's great." Because they're drunk as well, they suddenly like me, which is great. So it's quite weird to go to that. So now I just kind of avoid that and get on with normal life.
I think that's important though. Like, it's the good thing about esports is that you can have like a front-facing career, esports, every sort of industry that we're in.
Yeah.
It's like a small pocket version of, not fame, but like you've got your.
It's a version of it.
It's a version of it that doesn't
probably
ruin
a nice,
your life.
nicer
doesn't
version.
ruin your life. Yeah.
Well, whilst we're talking on getting recognised and this kind of fame, we can talk about Finn Harps.
Yes, this was crazy. Speaking of, this is another bragging right for you.
But it was just a good segue to be able to talk about Finn Harps in general. So obviously we've just mentioned when we were doing. We did the Finn Harps Challenge, which is lovely man Ian came up with.
Ian.
So basically, it's where the guest that we had on the show had to play against Finn Harps, which we found out was statistically the worst team on the game.
So they're a random team from Ireland.
Yeah.
Just proper North Ireland. Next to Northern Ireland.
But not Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
North Ireland.
Yeah, in Donegal.
Yeah. And you had to play against Finn Harps. As the player, you also had to be Finn Harps. But you had to play against Finn Harps on legendary mode, and you had to beat them.
Yeah, so you had to get a goal as quickly as
Get a
possible.
goal as quickly as possible. That was it.
Each guest, we had a leaderboard for how quickly could you score against this team. And this whole thing that you just came up with led on to Guild sponsoring their football kits.
Finn Harps saw it, so we were tweeting about it.
Yeah.
Then Finn Harps were like,
we didn't know if they'd be insulted.
Yeah, they loved it.
Yeah, they absolutely adored it.
Yeah.
And then we ended up with the Guild logo, you're right, on the Finn Harps shit. I've still got all the jerseys.
All at home.
Guild ended up sponsoring their football shirts.
Yeah.
And we went over to Ireland, flew over to Ireland, us three did, and Finn Harps was so lovely. Everyone there, they gave us like a tour of their ground, and we ended up doing a little video with one of their players, like teaching us how to do like drills.
Do you remember that outside
stuff.
of the boot banger I scored? Do you remember that?
No, you're probably the only one who
No,
remembers
you remember it. I watched it again.
I don't remember it.
See? You're the only one
I actually don't remember it.
You carry on chatting. You carry on chatting.
He's doing his research.
Do you not remember when the guy was teeing us up and we were all shooting at... Carry on.
Yeah, but the amazing thing about this is that Finn Harps, worst rated team on FIFA, they weren't doing great in their league. They were actually in a relegation battle when we went over there. We, by chance, went over for the final game of the season. And what was the score? What, 5-0?
Yeah,
5-1?
they beat up the other team.
Like they absolutely destroyed him with a screamer in that game.
It was
not
crazy.
as good as your
I
screamer.
remember the
obviously.
screamer, yeah.
Absolute screamer. Do you know why I don't remember it? Went to the toilet.
Yeah.
I went and had a wee, and I came back, and everyone was like, "Best goal ever's just happened." I was like, "Great." I was gone about 20 seconds.
I'm just going to show you this real quick. Hold on.
I remember
that is a lovely
Okay,
goal,
now remember
actually.
that. Run that in. I'll send that to you, producer Pete. I want that playing
that.
16 times on the video.
That is a lovely goal, and if you can also put in the goal I scored at Carrow Road in there,
No,
as
leave
well,
that.
that would be that
No,
would
but
be good.
it was so surreal because like it was the feeling of knowing that it was just this random idea that we had on a random show in Bilaki, and then we ended up here.
Ballybuffet, Donegal.
Do you remember the moment you were on the pitch with? There was pictures of us two on the pitch.
Yes.
After the game and all that craziness, and then the craziest part about it was everybody knew Stevie.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Everybody knew. Remember they started chanting Stevie, I can't remember what they were saying, but they were
Stevie, give us a wave. Stevie, give us a wave.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was so strange. I don't know why.
But they were chanting for you louder than the actual team.
Yeah.
It was just like, I remember being behind the goal and they were just chanting Stevie White, and I was like, what's actually
Honestly,
happening
that
right
place, we actually ended up going on tour. When we did the happy hour tour, we went over to Ireland, and Dublin was incredible.
Yeah.
Like the crowd it was like that kind of crowd.
Yeah.
So it was really cool, but I don't know why it was like that. But I remember turning to them all and going, "Guys, it's lovely, but if you can all just start chanting Guild."
Yeah, I remember.
And we were getting them to chant Guild. Yeah, so
I remember that was the moment I realised the power of your podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I was just watching you. You couldn't walk an inch.
imagine if Jack was there.
Oh, it'd have been crazy.
They would have all gone, "Oh, go away, Steve."
Yeah. It was like having Tails and not Sonic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Like Luigi, not Mario sort of thing.
Cheers, mate.
But it was it was crazy.
Yeah, it was mad.
That's one of my favourite memories. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
for
you've
sure.
got these memories in life where you hope that when you're 40, 50, whatever, and you look back, these are the key things.
We were invited to the end of season meal.
Yeah, we were.
We went to this meal. You performed a song in front of everyone.
I did.
Now, Pete, that's a video.
Yeah, you
need
got to put that
on
one in.
I'll
please.
send it to you. I've
Okay,
still got
great.
it.
Cheers.
Please.
That is a video you need to
stealing
put
your
in
phone.
here.
Mercy, me, my life is a cage, but I'm stage, I'm free. Hector, Sancto, ready for wildin'. Standing in the crowd of girls like an island. I see the one I wanna say, correct, you need. I flip her around and then I like that booty.
How did I end up rapping Will Smith Boom Shake the
I
Room?
don't know.
Were they not just doing speeches and I just took the mic and rapped Boom Shake
It
the Room?
was something like that,
Someone
yeah.
came in doing bagpipes, didn't he? It was like someone doing bagpipes, and then they were doing like talks, being like, "Thank you, player of the season," blah
Yeah.
blah blah, and then you're just there going, "Yeah, I'll do this."
Great times.
You're a performer. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Then we went to was it like a pub opposite our hotel, and then you started playing piano. Do you remember
Oh
that?
my god, I'm a performer. Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
do.
are.
You started
performer.
playing piano.
And everyone's like, what can't Stevie do?
Yeah, literally. I was like, what?
It was so strange because they had like karaoke on in the garden, didn't they?
Yeah.
So we tucked ourselves inside and had a few beers, and then we were just sat and there was a piano there. So I just said to the bar, "Am I allowed to play this?" Like, yeah. I was just there doing sing-alongs with like the CEO of Guild and stuff. It was a weird time.
There was so many, like, shout out to Susie who was there, Rolly was there,
Yeah.
like, Liam was there.
Oh, we had a good group of people.
Good times. You know what? When we got thrown this podcast, I'm thinking, what we're going to talk about here? And it's just been a beautiful reminiscing.
Well, it's weird because the majority of everything we do with Guild now has stemmed from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice to look back on it. Nice to know like the guests we were getting then were great anyway.
Yeah.
And to know that now, hopefully, in the future, we'll be able to do more content together, us three.
That's the
Well, I've heard we're streaming Fortnite later, which is going to be fun.
I'm going to have to teach you boys how to play the game.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
I'm class at Fortnite at the
Can you
moment.
build?
I'm gonna
Are we playing zero build?
We're doing zero build.
Okay, good.
Oh,
I'm
thank
not
you.
going against the
I got this.
Thank you. If it's zero build, it's like
I'm
all right.
class at the game when I can shoot people from a distance. Like, honestly, if you give me a sniper,
You good?
I'm getting a 10 plus kill game easy
Really?
because they can't shoot back at me.
I got it.
That's when I'm good.
Do you know what? Fortnite popped off again when they launched that OG map.
Yeah.
See, online, it was
Everyone
like, what the-
was. Do you know? I know the date of the when it came out. I think it's 3rd of November, and that's because everyone was talking about it.
Yeah.
I've not played
Yeah.
the game, got no idea like what's happening, but I just know the way everyone was speaking about it was like, yeah, this is it. It's back.
So,
Red Boy Fortnite
did
just
you
like
ever play
took over the world.
Bro.
did you ever play
At first.
Fortnite at the start?
Yes.
When it first came out?
Yeah.
But I was
Yes.
playing PUBG as well though. Like, so for me, I was more into like that, you know, the realistic vibe battle royale.
Yeah.
Whereas like Fortnite, for me at first, I was like, oh, it's too cartoony, it's for kids.
Oh, nah, it's not. It's
It's
not
not.
at all. But I played back when it first came out, and then I gave it up for a couple of years and I've got back into it quite a lot over the last 6 months. And OG, I'm going to throw it out there, not as good.
Really?
Because there's a lot of nostalgia. So you land at Tilted Towers, it's like, yeah, this is great. A lot of nostalgia. But when it first came out, Zero Build wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
And they brought back the old map, elements of the old map and whatnot. And they haven't really accounted for Zero Build. It's kind of like, there's mountains and yeah, they might have added a zip wire or something, but like you might have to run all the way around the mountain. Whereas before you'd have a sword or a hammer or some form of rocket ram, a witch's broom. There were loads of like movement objects they added. There's a hoverboard, they've added planes back in and stuff. So they are trying to help it. But it turns out if you spend 5-6 years updating a game, it gets better.
Yeah.
So to revert it back to the start, you notice, you can straight away go, okay, these guns aren't as good, this isn't as good, this isn't as good. You get the nostalgia, but like if I went and sat and played Pokemon Red right now, I'd be wishing I could have running shoes and a bike because it's a slow game.
I get what you mean.
Like you need updates.
It's a genius piece of marketing though. Like
for sure.
Calling it OG as well, I just think it was real easy to share, hashtag it, all that stuff. And all these people and the content creators that maybe fell out of love with it or weren't rocking it anymore. Gave them a reason to go back.
Did you see Ninja?
Yes. I was literally thinking the same thing.
He accidentally shared his earnings from Twitch the other day, and it's got the graph.
How did he do it? How did
he? Whilst he was streaming, he clicked on and he was sharing his screen, so he showed his earnings, and it was ridiculous, like 140 grand in a month or something. But if you look at the graph, you can see the day OG came out, and that one day was like 60-70k of earnings. So 29 days in a month, he earned the same amount as he did over that one day of Fortnite OG coming back.
So crazy.
It's mad. I want to do that.
Or earn that much money, or play Fortnite OG, because we can do that. Let's just go do that.
We got to play it. We got to play it.
Okay.
We'll start with Fortnite OG.
Should we finish this and go and play some Fortnite together?
Yeah, let's do
I'm
that.
down.
TN,
Talk to me.
where can we find you when it comes to the new FC Pro?
In terms of the broadcast, Twitch and YouTube is where the FC Pro will be happening. So if you want to see my beautiful face, that's where to catch me.
He's gonna go kill it at you, bro.
I'm buzzing, man. I actually can't wait. Like, it's just gonna be something fresh, refreshing, different, and yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it.
Sweet. And if we want to see you, where do we go?
You don't want to see this.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Damn.
All right, well, thank you, Stevie. Thank you, TN. I'm going to let you wrap this up. You started it. You can say goodbye.
Thank you, Stevie. That's me. Thank you, TN. That's him. And thank you, Ian. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for watching or listening to In the Lobby. Give it a like, a comment, a subscribe on everything, whatever you're watching us on. And we will be back same time next week. It's been a pleasure.
Peace.
Bye.